morning. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? And welcome to bmascraftycorner. I am Bema, better known as Els. And today we're working on, we're here and we're going to work on the pink journal just so there's something for me to do while all of you are hanging out. Yeah. Or watching his back or, on your lunch break, whatever. I'm here for you. Do we have anything interesting today? Anything different? I don't think so. Hey, Rose. Haven't seen you in a bit. Where you been, babe? Gotta get me an allergy pill because, yeah. I woke up this morning, went outside, went back in, told Hubbard to put on his jammy pants. Because it's cold out today. Hunt season. I think they do that to give the animals a chance. Like, we're going to put hunting season right at the end of it's warm enough to be outside and right at the beginning of I don't think it's the right temperature for a human being to be outside for long times. So I think they do it to give the animals a chance. Like they figure, how many hunters are going to stay out there in 48-degree weather with a 30-mile-an-hour wind, So I think it's to give the animals a chance. All right, let's look at this pink monstrosity. All right, we're going to get out stuff because we have stuff. We do. We have stuff. Okay, that. Where's the rest of the stuff? Oh, we got some more stuff. And paper, digital, that we're using kind of, on and off here. And, we have more stuff. Some stuff. And stuff. More stuff. Now, we do have a plethora of lace. We have some coffee dyed. Some pink paper. Gigi, I don't know what you're doing, but go away, puppy whoopee. All right, we're going to call it quits on pulling stuff out of the bag. All right, paper. More lace than anybody would ever need. She gets all excited about lace. Alrighty. I love this paper. Isn't that fabulous? Okay. Can't help myself. I love it. All right. So let's take a look at this. This is part A of our Pink and Floofy journal. All right, so this is where we got started. This is our first page. Now, I have decided that this is only going to be 2 signatures, and I've already made the template, but we have a cover. Not my best work, but it's going to work. I'll probably make it again because I don't like it. But this is our journal. We have just beautiful writing space and nice big pockets, more writing space, lots of writing space in this one. We have a nice big bookmark that we put in and just a little, detail on a page. Lots of writing space. I'm big on writing space. I got to tell you, I love writing space. In a journal, I think that it should have writing space. So we're putting in as much as we can. And anything that we do like this, we always make sure that we put in something that you can write on the back of it, you know? So I haven't done any of the eyelets or anything yet. We'll get to all of that. Then we have a little piece over here. And I put some wedding lace on here because this is actually a wedding invitation that was just dyed. And then we have a little journal file folder tucked in here. More writing space. Love it. Love it. Big journal card. This is one of our journal cards with a pocket. So it has a journal card in a journal card. More writing space. Lots more writing. And then we have this. We have this little thing. Now, these things come in the digital, and I never understand them. Like, you know, they're, I don't know. But somebody suggested that I just put them in so people could tuck little things in them. So that's what I do. I put them together and I tuck them in. There we go. Then we have another journaling card here in this cute little pocket with some lace and some flowers. The other side of that, wedding invitation. A nice big pocket and a journal card. More writing space. Love the writing space. Lots of writing space. More writing space with another journal card tucked in. Some really floofy lace. Excuse me, I can't even say the word floofy. It's floofy. And then we have a little tuck up here with a tiny little journal card. And then down here, we have another one of our little file folders. And it's just tucked in. We have more writing space, a nice big journaling card. And then we made these last week, I think it was, that we were doing the circle pockets. This is the circle one. But here's the thing. You can do these in any shape. And we did them in a couple of different shapes. They're just made with dies. Just pockets made out of dies. And another little journaling, page with little detail. Some more writing space. This is a Project Life card. We just put a little corner piece on it and added some paper to the back because it was all red and white polka dots. You can't write on that. So we did that little tab. And then this is where we're at. We've got 3 pages left in this signature. And we'll move on. Never too much lace. That's because you're weird. So if you're just coming in, we are working on the pink rose floofy journal. And of course, we've done a bunch of ephemera up front. And then these are the ones we did the other night. So these are dies. They're just shape dies that I have, nesting dies. And you can use your nesting dies to make like these fantastic little pockets. So we made a bunch of those the other night. Now this is mostly pieces, little bits that we haven't put together yet to do anything with. And then this is like our pre-done ephemera. So we're going to get this out because that always helps to be able to look at it and see what we're doing, Now we do have a bunch of stickers that we can use. We do have some rub-ons in this set, and we have these, which are, they're fabric. I ordered them and didn't know what they were, but they're fabric. So now we're going to figure out what we're going to do here.
From Las Vegas, NE.
The city's calling me. Call from Las Vegas.
From Las Vegas, NE.
I kind of want to leave this basically for journaling, but I do want to add a little bit of detail to it. I'm just not sure exactly what I want to add. Now, see, we could put that on there and make it like a journal card tuck. Put a journal card in there or a tag or something. Hard to say, but that would be perfect. It's like the perfect size. Although it seems upside down, like it needs to be this way. In which case, it's leaves this little piece right here, and I don't like that. Okay, so we won't use that. All right, what else have we got? We have the stepped pockets that came in this set, but I don't know, maybe. No, okay. See how that works? Maybe, nope. Okay. All right, So we just need something, and we need something that doesn't have delays. Memories are alone in the moonlight. No. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So we are using our vintage walnut photo, which is to say that, I added walnut photo to vintage, walnut stain to vintage photo on accident, and now we're just using it up. But I have to be honest, I kind of like the color. It's not as orange as vintage photo is. Vintage photo is orange. I don't care what you think. All right. So we're going to add this little guy. Let's see if we can get the glue to work today. It looks clear. We'll see. Hello. Hello. There's a nope. Not going to get the glue to work today. It's okay. That's what happens when you don't use your glue for 2 days. I haven't done anything for 2 days. I have sat on my keister for 2 days. No, I had a sale on Sunday, so I have been packing and shipping stuff for 2 days. And then I had to get Sandy's computer packaged and get that out of here. And it's been busy. I've been busy. All right. All righty. Now this is the back page. And I think that's where we can do it. We can do this. Although I think it's on that side and the other one. I don't want it to be redundant. Let's take a look. Where did I put it? There it is. Yeah, it is. It's on this side. All right, so we won't use that. We'll put it on the other side. Now we could do this and use it as a tab. So we could pretty much put it anywhere we want. Or we could put it there. We could just, I think we're just going to do a little pocket and then we'll put some stuff in it. Just get you a whole bunch of words and sentiments, and drop them in there. They don't even have to match. I'm famous for that. Nope, just put it in there. I don't care. All right, so now that we've put this in, oh yeah, I went through my stuff and I found this, which I think is going to work in here. And I did get a bunch of journaling cards. So put those in, and then we need something. It needs something needs a piece of lace. It's been a while since we put a piece of lace on. Let's do some lace. All right, we got lots of lace to choose from. No, we're not ready for it yet. I think we're going to do this one. Get in there. Get back in there. Yeah, I think we'll use this one. Where's my skeezers? Skeezers. Skeezers. Okay. Down to the side. This is like everybody's quiet because this live is really just about being here while everybody's at lunch. You know what I mean? So we don't get a lot of talkers. They're feeding their faces. Although sometimes we do get talkers. You never know. All right, this has got like these weird little things at the top here. Let me get these off. We're waiting for our glue to get tacky. It has these, like where it was connected to the main piece, they didn't get it very cleaned up. So you have to be careful. Holy crap. Somebody's dinging away on my phone. All right. So I'm going to put this on here now. Let me see what's going on here. It's dinging away on my phone. Hold on. Let me see. What is going on here? Public. Everything looks good. English notifications. Comments are on. Customization. Okay, try that, Michelle. And Christine. Try that, guys. There we go. We're fixed. I didn't want anybody in here but Rose, you know. I'm kidding. All right. So we've laced with this, and then we're going to put this over here like that, right there, next to it. Okay. Yes? Or maybe not. I don't know. Go right there. We're going right there. Okay. Glue. Thank you for telling me that it was screwed up. Appreciate you. Hi, Christine. Hello, Michelle. Sorry, guys. I don't know why, but sometimes, yeah. Like it had the filters on too, strict. Because I was like looking, I was like, all right, let me fix it. So I go in there to fix it. Before you get down to that section, it has your restrictions, and it's like restrictions strict. I was like, none. None. We will have no restrictions. All right, so this is our back page, and we already said we were going to use it. So let's put one of these on here just because we can, and it's a monster piece. I don't know if I'm going to use it, really. Seriously, it's too big. Put this on. But then see, this is my dilemma. I have a little bit of writing space now if I put this one on, and I can fill it up, or I could just cover it like the whole page. Oh, you know what? We can make this a flip out. Whoop. Let's make it a flip. Let's make it a flip. Okay, so making flip. We need a piece of paper for that. And I want it to be sturdy, but not too sturdy. So, coffee dye it is. Go! Nobody wants you. All right. So I'm going to cut an edge off of here just because this is, whenever you coffee dye paper, especially if you're coffee dyeing the kind that I use, my paper, for the most part, is the linen paper, And when you get it hot, it shrinks. It's not exactly 8.5 by 11 anymore. No. It's just, it's my YouTube. Every now and then it does this weird thing. Okay. So we're going to put this on here. We're going to trim to the height we want. Let's do this. Using that fantastically secure measuring style. There we go. All right. So now we have that. And we're going to round corners in this. Because it's going to go on there. Look at that. Like that. Like that. Okay. There. Like that. No. Let's do this first. Let's don't mess with me, man. My head hurts. It's storming. That's what I can tell you guys. So the other day, y'all know how bad my headache can get sometimes. The other day, my headache decided it hated me. Like, seriously, my head hated me. And I don't make any, secrets about it. I'm a recovering addict, and so, well, grandpa, we didn't even have to do that. There we go. You have to do this side. Watch this. That looks like a popsicle stick. Okay. Yeah, when you can't chat, send me, yeah. Start, popping out heart signals. We are our special smoke signals. So I don't like to take medicine if it, is mind or mood altering. Like, I don't mind taking medicine, for my diabetes. I don't mind taking medicine for, like an Excedrin for my head. And I'll take ibuprofen for muscle pains and things like that. But what I don't want is to take things that are stronger. So, and I mean, I'm so adamant about this. I had 2 kids, over 10 pounds each, natural childbirth. Like totally natural. Because I didn't want my kids to have that in their system when they were born. Because I knew that I was, I knew I was screwed up. Oh. Oh, Emery, you should not do that to your grandma. No. That's not nice. Scare her like that. That's like the perfect size for that. Look, we could double dip. We'd have that and then that. No. Okay. Emmy, baby, you got to stay by your grandma. It's just to take care of you. You don't want to give her a heart attack, because if you give her a heart attack, then you have to deal with your mom all day, and that's no candies, no cookies, no treats. Remember that, little one. Grandma doesn't care. She gives you candy, cookies, stuff. Just remember, it's never happened. Because Pawpaw gives her sugar treats. I see. Okay. So she's smart. If I go over there, Pawpaw will give me treats. I get it. Okay. I understand. So how tall is this? Deep is this one? Let me measure this, because I'm not finding anything to put in there. So let's go. Okay, so we're looking at something that's like 2.5, 2 3/4 inches tall, and probably about 3 1/4 inch wide. Let's make something, okay? All right, so let's go at about 3 1/4, and then 2 3/4 inches tall. It's just a little one. Oh, you know what we could do? No. Okay. Never mind. She's got 2 candies. See, Pawpaw knows how to keep them girls coming around. She's like, I'll just candy them up. Good for him. I am. I was. Okay, so Sunday, I checked on Buggy's grades at school. You can pull them up on the computer now. So I pulled up his grades to check on them, because we were going to go do something fun. Now, mind you, Dima will not do it. That is really pretty, but it doesn't work here. Bima's not going to take you to go do something fun if your school grades are el seco. So he was over here over the weekend. Use this one. And we were thinking about, going to do something. And so I decided I was going to look at his grades just to see, where he was at. Let's just say that we didn't go anywhere. We did not go do anything fun. He's got 2 F's, a D, and 2 C's. And he's been religiously telling me for the last month how good he's doing in school. Like he's getting all this work done. So, yeah. So I was kind of chewing on his butt because he's better than that. Yes, he's on the spectrum. Is that an excuse? No. He goes to a school that is designed for kids that have issues or that can't attend on a regular basis. A lot of the kids that go there are, a lot of them are performers on the strip. Because they have to do rehearsals and stuff, and they still have to perform. And so this is a school that's geared and designed to try and take that off of them. They only go to school for 2 hours or 3 hours a week. And it's only 1 day a week. And all of their lessons and everything are online. And their teachers are fully accessible. And when they do go to school, it's designed so that they have support to help them get through anything that they're having issues with. Well, apparently he's just been going in and not doing anything when he's in there. And then he goes, well, I don't understand. Well, his mom's been dropping his butt off at school twice a week. He can go 2 days a week and go Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday, he can go for lab, which is where he can get extra help from his teachers and from other teachers in those subjects. And then Thursday is his regular school day. So he's there 3 hours on Tuesday, and he's there 3 hours. And I think he's there actually 4 hours or 5 hours on Tuesday. And then he goes in on Thursday for his regular class. Well, I'm sitting there reading the Riot Act about, how he's better than this and yada, 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 yada. And he looked at me, and I looked at him, and I went, oh my God. He looks exactly like my mother. The freckles, the shape of his face, like the whole thing. And I'm like, oh my God, he looks so much like Goop. And Goop, that's what my kids called my mother. Because Alex couldn't say grandma. And she started it sounded like Gooma. Gooma. And then somewhere along the way, it became Goomba. And Goop is what stuck. I always tell grandparents that, new grandparents, be very careful what you let your grandchildren call you. You could be stuck with some weirdness. This needs something. Mm. Nothing snarky. Sorry about that. So he's like, I don't even really remember her. And he probably doesn't, because he was only like 3.5 when she passed away. If he was that old. And so I showed him a picture. And this is the kind of kid he is. He almost cried. And I was like, dude, I don't even like her that much. He looks just like her, though. Like, he got her genes big time. The eyes, his smile, the shape of his face. Looks just like her. All right, we're going to cut a piece to put on the back. Three and an eighth by 2 3/8. 3 1/8. By 2 3/8. Yeah, so I chewed on his little butt about it. I was like, get it together. These kids today, they just want to play video games, talk on the phone, text their friends. They don't really want to do anything else.
Who doesn't? I don't have to work every day. I want to be independently wealthy.
Do you want to be independently wealthy?
Yeah, because I'd be asleep in up all night.
I know. You'd be like, ah.
What day is it? I don't care.
So we're going to put this in there too. We'll come back and finish these, putting these holes and stuff in later. At this point, we just want to put them in and we can finish up, when we're finishing. Otherwise, really, realistically, and I'll be honest, for me anyway, if I put all the tops and stuff on these, when I go to put this in, it just gets in the way. Like this will come out. I'll take that out because it just gets in the way of stitching this all together. All right, so we're done with signature A. So we pop this open. Well, no, we're not done because we still got to do something here. What are we going to do? Oh, we pulled this thing out. We just don't know if we're going to use it. I'm going to use it. I'm going to put it right there. She snuck in like she's going to catch you doing bad things. Okay, doing bad things is what we do as grandparents, and then we blame it on senility. Oopsie, I must be getting old. Sorry. A little senile there.
Or it would have been fine in my day.
Just, you get to a point with your kids where it's just a string of senior moments. And they can deal with it. I'm old. What are you going to do about it? What? Oh, you're going to lock me up in an old folks home? Oh, please. You mean I get to have a vacation and I don't have to do shit? Okay. That sounds fantastic. Thank you.
Wait, I don't have to move my crap. You're going to do it for me?
You're going to move all my stuff. Take me someplace where they're going to serve me food.
Regular.
It's just candy in her pocket. But you didn't do it. You didn't do it. No. You did not give her that candy, and we will all witness to it. That was when she snuck away.
What is this candy you speak of?
Exactly. Oh, let's see. I think there might be some smaller tags in here. Let me look. Never know. You never know. This is where we've got like all of our little bits, Froofies and stuff. They're coming out. Having them in here is annoying. Let's pull them out. Okay. Oh. Villa de Paris. No. Okay. I want something here. I don't know what I want. Nope. Nope. Probably my icky stickies. I want something right here. I just don't know what it is. Nope. Memories all alone in the moonlight. This one. Telling you, you get to an age where you just don't care anymore. In the meantime, I'm telling you, Rose, senior moments. It's menopause. Can't help it. These brain farts. You know, a little bit of menopause. It works for you. Trust me. I have a lot of menopause moments. All right, let's get out the other signature. The other signature. Dum, dum, dum. All right, so that's the first one. Done. Up there. Now, we're going to get out the other signature. What did I do with it? Does anybody remember?
Up and to the right.
Shush with your up and to the right. God, everything he goes, it's up and to the right.
That was the standard.
Excuse me while I go beat my husband.
Yeah.
Got the slipper. I'm going to get him. Oh, God, the knees hurt.
See, it's hurting you to do that. It's hurting you more than it hurts me.
Hey, Jenny.
I hope I didn't make it too warm in the bed for you this morning. I turned on my side of the electric blanket.
Oh, my God.
Yes, right after I let the dogs out,
So-
I got a cold blast.
There has been comments made about me having constantly having the rubber bands right here, and I keep them hooked right here. I don't do that. So I do that so I can shoot him with the rubber bands. I do. I shoot him with them. He annoys me sometimes. And he wants me to stay out here. Like, I was willing to go in the other room. And he's like, no, I want you out here. You're not going in the other room. Fine. All right. So this is our next signature. Now, let's make sure we have this going in the right direction. Yes. Okay. I'm looking for, that. And this. I want it to be in the right direction. And we have to kind of check ourselves because these two pages are going to be up against each other within this journal. I mean, not that close, but you still want to make sure that whatever you have here doesn't catch on anything that's here when you're doing this. Continuity. So important. Okay. All right. So now we're going to do this. And we don't know what we're doing here, but this is section B. So this is the first part of the back of the book. think we're going to put this on here. We need something for this. Maybe we won't put that on there. Maybe we'll do this. Kind of like this. Then we have to find a bunch of little stuff to put in it. I don't have a lot of little stuff left. So I think we're going to do this one. We're going to put this in there, but we're going to put a tab on this because it goes down a little bit deeper than the pocket itself, you know, because when we put that in, because this is an envelope. And so when we put that in, it goes all the way to the bottom and we have like that, I don't know, like 1/8 of an inch at the top. So we'll put a tab on this in the middle. There's our tabs. We have some that came with the set. Oh, right through my brain it went. Hold on. I'm going to let him out. Come on, out. Okay, so I was telling you guys that I took, you know, I don't like to do anything. But the other night, night before last, I took one of my migraine pills. I don't take them often, okay? More often than not, they expire before I take them. Okay, because I don't like to take, you know, anything that is narcotic, mind or mood altering. So I don't take them often. And I took one the other night because my head was just, it was bad. I was actually like hot, but it wasn't hot flashes. It was just, you know how your body gets kind of worked up when you're in pain? Yeah. So I took one. Like I said, I don't take them often. And usually I take it just before I go to bed, like moments before I pass out. Well, I took it a little early the other night. And so my husband, for the first time in our relationship, mind you, we've been together 20 years, saw me high as hell.
No. That pill does that to you every single time.
I was like, eh.
It's
like,
okay, baby. Just get in bed. It's all right.
Like, I went to bed. He's standing there and he's like, you wouldn't give me your glasses? I know.
Tucking your
Okay.
glasses, tucking you in. Okay, I know you don't want to be covered all the way up. That's fine. Just let me fix this.
It was bad. Of course, he's like, nah, it's fine, honey. You were great. And that creepy ass statement right there always makes me wonder, what was I great at? Because, you know, I was half asleep. What was I doing?
You were fine. Much worse than that. Not from you, but still.
But yeah, he got me to bed. Tucked me in and I was just like, huh? I was like, I'm going to take this. I'll be fine. Like 15, 20 minutes later, I was like, I think I need to go to bed now. It's like, yep. Go get into bed. I got into bed. And then he comes in and he's like, all right, you got to give me the glasses. You need a blanket.
Here's your body pillow. There's Grinchy.
I just literally just laid down on the bed. I was just there. He's all, nope. Let's see if we can get you figured out.
Get you all squared away.
I'm like, I'm in the bed. He's like, yeah, I see that. You have no blanket. You have glasses on your face. Your nose strip is not on correctly. At least I got it on there. Yeah. Seriously though, I don't like to take those pills. And I don't like to take them because they make me like that. They make me loopy.
You're fine.
And then
Sit back, relax, and enjoy it.
I was like, but see, I don't enjoy it. That's the problem.
Call from Las Vegas, NE.
The whole city keeps calling us.
Call from Las Vegas, NE.
All right, we're not doing a flip on this because that one is a flip and we want this flat.
Hello.
Glue this
Please
puppy
leave a
down.
message after the tone.
One of these days it's going to be the city. And like the phone's going to ring and then when it goes to the message part, you're going to hear, I'm going to go, oh my God, it is the whole city. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. See, my migraine medication makes me nauseous and it makes me dizzy. And, but I got to, sometimes it just,
It's just so bad.
sometimes the Excedrin, and like I've taken Excedrin and Motrin together and it still doesn't touch it. I have put my TENS unit on my neck, trying to calm my neck down because that's what it is. It's my migraine is caused because when I fell and I fractured my spine, I did it in 3 places. I did my my thoracic, my lumbar, and my cervical. And where I fractured that cervical spine, it's right by where the occipital nerve goes in through the column. And here's the thing, when you fracture your spine, it never really heals unless they go in and put plates and screws and stuff. It doesn't really heal. So you're constantly in this position of, if you jar your back, you can refracture it. You run the risk of being paralyzed. But the surgery is it's very dangerous, but it's very limiting once you have those rods put in there.
Extremely intrusive.
And so I chose not to. I'll just be gentle and careful and move gingerly. And that was.
No more throwing you around the bed.
I fractured my spine in 1999. So 26 years ago. And I do have a back brace. I don't wear it very often. I'd rather put on a corset. It actually works better. But my migraine is caused by that occipital nerve. So any pressure can set it off. And we had rain coming in. It's overcast outside right now.
It was cold. Weather change.
It was cold, so there was a weather change, and
It's not happy.
so the occipital nerve is being rubbed, and it's being rubbed the wrong way.
All right.
So it causes this issue. Like I should have put that on there. Okay. So, hey, Tina. Yeah, I won't do the surgery. I'm not going to have them put up, and literally because I have 3 locations, they want to basically cut my back open from the nape of my neck down to my tailbone. And they want to go in and they want to put in some plates and some screws and some cadaver bone and basically fuse my spine in those areas. I wouldn't be able to drive anymore because I really wouldn't be able to turn my head. And I'm not giving up my ability to drive. I told the doctor, I said, I'll just be careful and ginger. And if anything happens now, because it was related to work, the insurance company has a hold on the money that would be required to do the surgery. So if in the future I decided I wanted the surgery, they would go back and do it. But I don't want that damn surgery. No, not going to have that. So, we're just ginger and careful, and I limit myself on things. I don't lift anything over 25 pounds. I stopped working on the car. I don't do car work anymore because I got to get up and down for that. I've made better choices. Translation, I don't do somebody Mickey Mouse shit I used to do anymore. I don't really ride anymore. Like, I got rid of my bike years ago. Because that's just too much of a risk. People like to aim at motorcycles. Janie will tell you about that. People like to aim at them. People like to pretend they don't exist. So I stopped riding. Now, y'all know Hubbard's got that bike out there. Or if you didn't know, my ex-husband owed me a lot of money. He sold his house and he was moving to Arizona. And as a way of getting out of his debt, I allowed him to give me the title on that bike, which is not worth the money that he owes me.
Especially considering the amount that's going into it to just get it functional.
But it is a vintage bike. It's collectible. No, you know what? I did not have the carpal tunnel surgery. And I got to tell you guys, you can go past carpal tunnel. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's still, sometimes it annoys me. But by and large, it's very rare. Like when I'm driving or I'm holding the steering wheel for a long period of time. If I sleep on my hand funny. But other than that, I've gone to the other side of it, I think. Because it doesn't hurt. It used to hurt and burn, but now it doesn't. I don't know if I've just gone past it or what the deal is. But yeah, I still need to get the surgery. Just haven't done it. But yeah, so I had to give up the bike. Aside from the back, I had the carpal tunnel. Well, that's been, I've only had that for about 4 years now. 5 years. No. God, no. 6. It was before 2020. I think it was 2018 that I was diagnosed with it. Yeah. 8 years I've had it. I didn't have the surgery. Like I said, it only really bothers me when I keep my hand in the same position for too long. I'm going to have to research that and find out. Like, is there an getting to the other side of it kind of thing? Anyway, so, yeah, so, so I had given up the bike. And so Hubbard's got that bike out there. And I let my ex-husband use that to pay off the debt. Because he's not really in the habit of paying off his debts, to be honest. I mean, let's put it this way. When his dad passed away, when he borrowed money from his dad when our kids were very young. And I made him pay that money back. When his dad passed away, his dad still had the $50 bill that he had given to him folded up in his wallet because it was the first time that he'd ever paid his dad back anything. Yeah. So, I think I have another one of those that's smaller. Nope, same damn size. But we do have this one. Let me take that one out. So that bike is sitting out there, and Hubber is building it for me. But the thing with that bike is, one, it has a trailer hitch on it. Two, it has the hookups for the sidecar. So the great plan is to put the sidecar on it, in which case I can drive it and not have to worry about it because that sucker's not going to go sideways. It's not going to fall over. All right. So now we have that, which I think will be fine to do a little pocket here at the bottom, and it'll cover up that yuck. So let's go ahead and take it off there. And a little bit more over here. There we go. Yeah, it's like my mom, she didn't know what the hell it was. But she got it. And see, here's the thing too. Riding a bike, it's actually worse. They used to say that it was the secretary's issue, because they're constantly typing and everything, but it's not. It actually is caused more so by constant vibration. So if you work like in a machine shop or something like that, or on a line where your hands are constantly, doing this, you can actually get it faster than somebody who does typing and stuff. And when my mom got hers, they're like, we don't understand why you have this, ma'am. You're a freaking rocket scientist. We don't understand this. But it was because of the fetch and stay that she was using, which is what she called her robots. She had two robots. One of them fetched things and the other one welded them down for her. And she had to manipulate them with the handles. And that caused her carpal tunnel. I don't like that. Let's do something. Okay, we'll do that. Needs a thing. So yeah, I think there's a going to the other side when it comes to your carpal tunnel. Like I think you can get past it. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna look that up and see if anybody else has not had the surgery and went, hey, my hands feel better. No, we're not doing that. I would like to do that, but I'm not gonna do it because that's just, I don't know. I don't think that'll work. Still got that earwig in my ear from the other day too. Okay, I think we're gonna put that over there. Still need something up here. Mm-mm. Rose, help a fat lady out here. Got it. Yeah, see, my mom was the same way. My mom was like, I remember my mom waking up in the middle of the night and she would have her hands in buckets of ice water because it hurt so freaking bad. And I was like, oh, that sucks. And then when my hands started to get numb, I'll be honest, when my hands started to go numb, I thought I had gotten too fat and my bra was too tight. Yep, go ahead, laugh. And I'll tell you why. Because it only bothered me when I drove. And that's when your arm comes forward and it sits like where the strap is going under your arm. And I thought maybe I was pinching something in my arm and that's where my hands kept going numb. Yeah, it's possible. So when I went in, like, of course, you kind of, after a while, and it's not subsiding, and I changed bras, and it wasn't getting any better, I decided to look into what was going on. And so I started looking at it, and they were like, the one way to know if it's carpal tunnel, like pretty much beyond the shadow of a doubt, is when your hands get numb, is your pinky numb. And I was like, what? if your pinky is not numb, it's carpal tunnel. I was like, what the hell? Apparently the nerve that goes to your pinky does not go through there. So if your hands go numb and your pinky is fine, like I have a little bit of tingling in them now, but my pinky's fine. But yeah, if your pinky is fine, it's carpal tunnel. Did I miss something? Oh, surgery next Tuesday. Holy crap. I missed something. Okay. All right. Michelle's sicking her angels on you. You're going to be fine. Because she likes to sick them on me. And they have saved my butt a couple of times. I'd put her on my Life 360, but she'd be freaking out every 5 minutes. Why are you driving 95 miles an hour? Because it seemed like a good idea at the time.
I wanted to get there now.
I wanted to get there 30 seconds faster. Shush.
Well, you do channel Veruca occasionally. I want
I
to
know.
get there now.
I want to be there. I want to be there now, Daddy. See? And then I'm, I Veruca that and off we go. You got to watch them angels of hers, man. They are, wow. They're eternally on my butt. She sicks them on me. Where's the one I want? That's not it. Come over here. Is this one? No, that's not it. This is it. See, I knew it was here. That's what my hair looks like. Then I do this. Look at that. It's straight. Icky sticky. Yeah, I think she requests really fast angels for me. I already hear it from my daughter. Every time I go on a trip, my daughter will at some point text me, whatever my speed is. Really, mother? But yeah, now, like, here we are. Like I said, I was diagnosed in 2018. They put that big stupid needle in your arm, which hurts like hell. And my younger daughter was there. Not as much control as the older daughter, but when she's standing there with her phone hovering above her sister's name going, if you punch that nurse when she puts that needle in, I'm going to push this button. You don't do it. You just don't, because the big sister is scary. And the younger sister had like that direct line. And oh, my firstborn will kill me. But yeah, they did the needle and they came back and they went, oh yeah, you got carpal tunnel. And I went, well, that sucks. Well, then I Mickey Moused around with it for a while, and I'll tell you why. Because I did not see any reason. Yeah, it's a big needle. It's a big old needle, and they stick it into your shoulder. Yeah. So what they do is it's like right up in here, and they stick it into your shoulder, and they put an electrode like so that it hits a nerve, and then it shoots down your hand and comes back, and that tells them like if you have carpal tunnel somehow. Yeah. No anesthetic, no freezy drops, none of that stuff. They just, okay, we're gonna put this in. It's gonna be a little uncomfortable. What? Yeah. Yeah. So that was in 2018. And so I go, and the first doctor I go to see, he hands me this, like, I'm going in thinking, because they know I have carpal tunnel. So I go in thinking, he's going to look at my hands and we're going to schedule a surgery. And he's like, okay, well, here. And he doesn't even look at me. Like, he does not look at me at all. He doesn't even look at the paperwork that I have for the test results. He just walks and he goes, I understand that you're here for carpal tunnel surgery. And I was like, yeah. And I go to hand in the paper and he goes, oh, I don't need that. And I was like, okay, which is like the chart that tells him how bad it is. He hands me a packet of, doesn't even hand it to me. He's got the packet sitting there on the counter, and he goes, so this needs to go to your doctor and your primary care. And then once everything in here is completed, we'll go ahead. And I'm thinking it's just, my primary care needs to sign off on the surgery. And so I asked him, I said, well, can you tell me what's going to happen with it? Because he was like, all right, so just get that all taken care of and we'll get started. And I was like, wait a minute, I have questions. He's like, what? Like, I was bothering his ass. I was like, finally, I was like, okay, what are we doing here? How is this done? Because, not that you've looked at my medical history, but I'm a recovering addict. So I don't really, and oh yeah, I have anesthesia awareness, which if you don't know is when you wake up during surgery. And he goes, oh, it's just local. I was like, okay, how local? Well, we're going to put compression on your hand so we can minimize bleeding. Then we're going to put a small incision in there under lidocaine, and we're going to fix the thing, and that's it. And I was like, oh, okay. So then I go to my doctor and find out he wants an EKG. This guy wants an EKG. He wants a breathing test. He wants all of this shit. And I'm like, you didn't even look at my medical history. Now you want me to get all of these tests for a lidocaine, xylocaine, dental procedure? Yeah, you want to hurt them. Yeah, so like you literally want to. The last time I had something like that done, they gave me like 40 milligrams of Valium, but this time they just jammed it in there, and I was like, ooh. And my daughter's like, don't hit him, I'll call Alex. So he was like ordering all these tests, and I was like, this is stupid. If I go to the dentist, like when I had my top plate put in, I went to the dentist and had 6 teeth pulled. 6 teeth. They did it under, they put lidocaine in, not lidocaine, xylocaine in my mouth, and then gave me some nitrous oxide, pulled out 6 teeth and slapped in a plate. And I was thinking to myself, I can go get 6 teeth pulled under the exact same, minus the gas, anesthetic. But for you, I got to go have a complete surgical workup. No. Get me another doctor. So then I went and tried to find another doctor. And my insurance was like, you have to wait 30 days to get another referral. And I was like, okay. So I waited the 30 days. They gave me another referral. I went to go see the next doctor. The next doctor takes me in. Yeah, they act like you shouldn't have questions. The next doctor takes me into his room. And of course, I go in, I take off all my jewelry, my bracelets, my, because I usually, like here I don't, but like I have a Pandora that I wear regular and stuff like that. And you guys know I usually have other rings on this hand, but I haven't had them on lately. Just the wedding and that one, which we all know I won't take off. So I go to the next doctor and he's like, okay. And his office is run like an assembly line. Like I go in and I check in. They hand me a stack of paper and they go, fill this out. I filled it out. I go in the back. I'm not in the room like 2 minutes. This girl comes in. She goes, please follow me. And I was like, okay. So I go with her and she takes me and puts me in a different waiting room. Then somebody comes out of that room and goes, calls my name. And I go, okay. And I follow them and they go, okay, we're going to get some x-rays. Okay. First off, what the hell is an x-ray going to do for carpal tunnel? That's just to bulk up the bill to pay, for my insurance, because an x-ray is not going to tell you anything about carpal tunnel. An x-ray is bone, carpal tunnel is tissue. An MRI would be a more effective, or even, an ultrasound would be a more effective treatment or, diagnostic tool. And so we do the x-rays. And when I'm done with the x-ray, I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to do? He goes, oh, just sit back out here. They'll come get you. They come and they get me. They take me to a different room. Now, mind you, my husband's still in the first room. I was like, could you go get my husband? And they were like, oh, where is he? I was like, in the first room you put me in for 5 minutes. They go get my husband, bring my husband in. The girl comes back in, the one that took me over to get the x-rays. She comes in, she sits down, and she starts going, we don't see any breaks or deformities. Like, I know it's not broken. First off, how would I break both hands? In the exact same way that it would cause the exact same pains. So, now mind you, this was like the middle of 2019. And I was like, okay. All right, so I know it's not broken because I'm not having that kind of pain. And you already have the paper that says, that I have carpal tunnel because I brought it to you. So you can look at that and go, carpal tunnel. No. So they give me this big old long list of tests that they want done. And again, I'm of the thought that this is not required. This is simply them bulking up the bill for insurance. So I go back to my doctor and he's like, well, we got to do this. We got to do that. We got to do this. And I'm like, okay, first off, you're my doctor. Do I need these tests? Do you think I need them? He's like, no, I think you're fine. Now, mind you, okay, my doctor would find a reason to give me those tests if he felt that I needed them in any way, because I refuse everything. I'm going to do a paper clip. Christine takes the gloves. I've been here 14 gloves. So my doctor is like, well, we'll have to schedule for all of, like, they want a chest x-ray and an EKG and they want complete blood workups. And I'm like, this is stupid. First off, it should just be my doctor signs off on it. So I scheduled an appointment to go back to see him because we're going to have a little conversation about, no, we're not billing my insurance for this shit. And, is there some way that I can waive this? Like, waive the test and waive you of any responsibility related to those tests in regards to me having this surgery. Because my doctor tells me, you can go back and you can talk to them and see if they'll waive the tests. And I was like, okay, at least we're getting someplace. I think we're going to do a little tucky thing up here. Let's. And so I go back in, and the doctor's not there. And I specifically made the appointment to see the doctor, and they come out and tell me, they get me in there, get me in the room, all of that. And then in comes this nurse practitioner, and I'm like, where's the surgeon? And she's like, oh, he's not here. Well, I made the appointment to see the surgeon because I had questions. I know y'all aren't used to being questioned because people generally just go, okay. She goes, well, maybe I can answer your question. I said, the question is regarding the testing. I think that the testing is excessive because if I was going to go get teeth pulled, they wouldn't require this. And basically that's what we're doing, is the same anesthetic. Oh, no, he's not going to waive it. I'm telling you, I used to take She Who Should Not Be Named out, and old ladies used to ask me if she had circulation problems. Her hands were always blue or green. She's like, no, he mandatory, he's mandatory about those tests. And I was like, I don't understand why. Because if I was going to have teeth pulled, that would not be an issue. This is just really, so I cannot find a surgeon. So now we're mid 2019, getting closer to the end of 2019. And then I have an appointment to go back and see him one more time. And I go back to see him one more time. And again, they're like, he's not in the office. I'm like, what's going on? They're like, oh, he's really sick. He went to some symposium in upstate New Jersey, and now he's sick. He got COVID before COVID was COVID. So we'll reschedule you. No, you know what? I don't want to reschedule again. I'm just going to go ahead and find a different doctor. Well, I went to the next doctor. And the next doctor was like, ordered the same test. And I was like, this is not, no, guys, come on. It's stupid. We're not doing this. realistically, they do not need those tests. That is all about just billing the insurance. I think this is going to look tacky on here. Yeah. So we'll go with the lighter color. I'm not even going to use lace on this one. Hold on. I think we're going to do something like that, but I think we're going to do it with, I need a long strip. Here we go. I don't like that idea. I was going someplace, but it didn't work. So I was, and then 2020 happened and we went through the whole of 2020. And then 2021, everybody and their mother was trying to get back in to see a doctor. And so I didn't schedule it then. And then in the end of 2021, the beginning of 2022, I went to go back. The doctor that I originally saw was no longer in practice. He had moved out of state. The second doctor that I saw apparently had long COVID. So he was not taking any patients at the time. And I tried to go and get my results from my exam. The first doctor's office, because he left and packed up all his records, he took them with him. So they don't have it. The second doctor's office, since he's not taking patients, and there was something that went on, I guess, during the pandemic, their storage facility flooded or something. And because nobody was actually working, nobody found out about it. So my paperwork there was lost. And they were like, go back to the original doctor. And I went back to the original doctor. And he just retired and shut his office up. So there's not even any way to get a hold of that. And for whatever reason, they don't have it in my permanent medical record. So yeah. So, at this point, I need to have the surgery. And I don't have a medical, I don't have the test. So they want me to take the test again. I go in to see another doctor to get the test, and he wants the full deductible that I have on my insurance in cash up front to do the test. I was like, excuse me? Yeah, apparently their policy is they just charge you whatever your deductible is. So I'm like, no. You paint your. Hey, look, it's an occupational hazard. Shush. We get paint everywhere. Yeah, the anesthesia awareness sucked. I woke up one time when they were doing my surgery for my gallbladder. I'd have my gallbladder removed, and they have to go in and take the stones out of the bile duct, and they do that by going down your throat. And I woke up in the middle of that, stood up and beat the crap out of everybody in the room before they finally got me back down on the table. And then the next day, the anesthesiologist walks in and he looks at me and goes, "Oh God, I knew it was you. I'll be back." And he comes back and he's got the IV line and he's got like 10 ports on it. And each one has a needle. And I was like, "What the hell?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm going to put you under and make sure you stay." Brings in this machine. They hook these things up to my head that reads. He doesn't close my eye. He doesn't do the taping of the eyes and all that. And it's a thing that they put on your head that reads your brain waves, and it tells them when you're waking up, so that he can give me a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more every time, just to keep me under enough for them to finish the surgery to actually remove the gallbladder. So now, like when I went ahead to go in for dental surgery and I told them I had the anesthesia orders, they had me come after hours, like at the very end of the day, and scheduled, like the doctor, the surgical assistant, and the receptionist all to stay late, so that they had them come in later in the day so that they could stay later at night, because they knew that I was going to have to be there after hours. I don't know. I just wake up in the middle of surgery. I got to tell you, though, it's fun when it happens, and the doctor doesn't expect it, because when you roll over and offer to help in the surgery, freaks them the hell out. It's fantastic. I did that to the guy who was doing my hand surgery at one point. I had to have surgery done on my hand for trigger finger years ago. And so I've got this doctor who's working on my hand, and he's like, "I just can't get the right angle to grab this retractor, keep this out of the way so that I can do this. This is the wrong glue." And so being smart, I reached over and grabbed the retractor, and he freaked out, jumped back. All the surgical stuff went on the floor. It was great. Oh my God, so much fun. Yeah, and then see my mom was the one that, like, she wouldn't wake up. So they would have, when she would go in for surgery, I would stay like right by the recovery room. And as soon as they would bring her in, they would get me, and I would go in and start, waking her up, because she would not wake up on her own. And when they did wake her up, she wouldn't stay awake. So I would go in and like, on her sternum and stuff, and mess with her and keep her moving around and get her up out of the bed and make her move around so that she would wake up. And they were like, "You're a saint." And I was like, "Nope. But you have no idea how tempting it is to just let her go to sleep." They're like, "Oh." I was like, "Yeah, you have no idea. Y'all think she's this nice, sweet old lady." No. That's a negative. Nope. Yeah, we're gonna do this one. Hey, Gypsy, what's up, girl? Yeah, I have a nasty habit of waking up after surgery. My brother's like my mom, though. Now, Alex, she's like that. She's like me. She wakes up. Figured that out when she was 14 or 15. She had a tooth go abscess. She didn't tell me she had pain in this tooth. And she's like, "Mom, I really didn't have any pain." And she didn't notice that there was anything wrong with the tooth. And then all of a sudden one day we had gone up the mountain. We were camping, and it went abscessed on her. And we think that might be it. The pressure might have, done something. But she ended up having to come down and have emergency dental surgery to get this tooth out of her mouth. And she kept waking up swinging at the doctor. He's like, "I don't think I've ever played dodgeball and removed a tooth at the same time." He says, "But it was interesting." So yeah, apparently she's she's like me. Yeah, I'm getting hungry too. What time is it? 12 o'clock. All right. We're going to call it a day. We can do more of this tomorrow. What else? That's it. Listen, this week has been pretty busy already. So Monday we had our mixed media mini morsels. Yes. And then yesterday, we had the Twix box, which is the first box of our boxes of Christmas 25. And then today we had an easy tab, no card book page thing. Tomorrow I'll be back in the morning to do this, but then we have our idea book tomorrow afternoon. I think there's actually something that we're doing. I don't remember what it was. Hold on. It's in my head. I don't remember. It was something silly. Then we have a craft with me. We have mixed media. Remember, the Projects of 25 challenge for this month is pipe cleaners and or something from nature. Think rock, grass, leaf. You get it? Okay. Next Monday's video. I really like it. It's really cool. And then on Wednesday next week, we have a Back to Basics. I'm starting a new series on Back to Basics where it's just very basic stuff. So we're starting off with the ever popular library pocket. All right. So I think that's it. Listen. Hey, we didn't do too bad. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 pages, plus what we did in the other one, 4, 5, 6, 7.5 pages. We did good today. So if you're new here and I haven't offended you, hit the button and subscribe because, you never know when I will offend you and you want to be here for that. It's always fun to be here when you're offended, Well, it's fun for us and it's fun for you. What else? Let's see. If you would like to know what's going on in my world and you would like to cyber stalk me, you can do that by clicking on the More button in the description below. It's going to take you to all of my links, including my email, my Etsy shop, all of that. And, you can follow me and stalk me and all of that. What else? Oh, don't forget for December, I don't do sales in December, but I will be putting some special stuff in the shop to include, but not limited to, an original Sizzix Big Kit. Yes, we're talking Big Shot. We're talking like the actual 80s version of the crank it through Big Shot. So we're going to be doing that. There's going to be one of those in there, and it's going to be really cheap. Okay. It does work. It's been, I've refurbished it. So it does work. And it's going to come with plates, not necessarily new plates, but they're not falling apart plates. They're just slightly, gently used plates. Okay. So that's going to be in there. There's going to be some other things in there as well. And yeah, it's the big white and red one. It's the big monster, not the plunger one. It's the crank. I'll show you guys later. That's it. That's all I have. What do you have? Sleeves, you have thousands of them. Right? All right, that's it, guys. That's all I have until I see you again. Stay well. I love you guys. Bye.